Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. You will notice that I am in my classroom today, and I'm taking you guys along for the ride. I am planning on setting up my classroom, planning as much as I can for this coming school year, and thankfully our school and district has made it a priority for us to have a lot of time in our classes as much as possible to do the planning, to do the setup. And this morning even we had a bit of a longer meeting for some setup for different programs that the school is using that we'll need to get into and get used to. Right now is technically, you could say, lunch break or whatever, but I have quite a few things on my list already that I would just love to get done. So even though I have a lot of things on my list already, I want to be realistic with myself and really get done for the priority being some cleaning around the classroom and really just setting up a lot of the simple things that are pretty ready to be set up. Like you can see over there, I have a rug. I have these bins that I just need to line up behind there. There are other little folder bins to just set up back there. So yeah, definitely a big priority is setting up those simple things around here. Definitely do some cleaning of surfaces. And then once I kind of have my basic setup of the different things, there are some housekeeping emails that I need to send out to the other 9th grade ELA teachers. I am teaching 9th grade ELA this year, specifically actually just the mix of the pre-IB and the honors kids for all 6 of my classes. So that will be really interesting and challenging in its own way this year, but I'm going to not mess around as much as possible. I'm having you guys keep me accountable as I try to film along the way, but guys, it is go time. checking in to say meetings are done for the day, praise Jesus. And so I'm just probably going to be staying in my room the rest of today, just kind of organizing around my teacher desk area and see what else we can kind of unpack and put up today. I'm really pleased with my progress so far, and I feel like I have really not been wasting any time. I think having you guys here has helped me to not waste any time and to be productive. So I'm going to keep kind of organizing some things around here, and maybe afterwards I will look into organizing some things in the back a little bit more. So something that I am very grateful for and proud of myself for right away is that I really have no plans to buy very much more decor this year, especially leading into the school year. Last year, I feel like I remember I bought a lot of different things, and it took me a while to even like unload the things that were on my side counter over here. And I'm just really glad that I feel really content with the different things that I have. But don't get me wrong, there is a little bit that I'm still buying new to this year. One thing that I'm grateful for, I hope and think that many other districts do this as well, but my district gives each teacher $300 to spend on school supplies and things for the classroom. So in this big bag that I have over here, I bought 41 of these composition books. They are college ruled actually, so I am very excited about these. I do require my students to have a notebook to write down writing prompts or to take notes. So whether it's a notebook that they purchase themselves, or if the student doesn't necessarily have the resources to buy a notebook on their own, I do have some to disperse, hopefully throughout my 100+ students. So hopefully they will all be able to buy their own notebooks. That was a big thing yesterday that I bought. And the school is also giving us a whole, I don't even know how many reams of copy paper, but there's 10 of these packages of copy paper. And I am very excited about that because obviously making copies is a big part of the classroom. So I am very grateful for the little things that I'll be purchasing throughout this year. Other things are things like eraser heads and stuff that I'll be purchasing with the lead money, is what they call the $300. Other things from Amazon I'll be purchasing, and as those things come along, I'll add them to my classroom. But for now, I'm going to just put these different things away, and then we'll see where we are with time. Hello guys and good morning. It has been a busy morning already. Spent the morning planning with the other ninth grade ELA teachers, just different standards to focus on for this first quarter, as well as planning even more specifically certain weeks, making sure that the reading and writing classes are aligning with the main ninth ELA classes, and just a lot of very necessary things, but a lot of very technical planning to be done. I've done some computer work today. The list is definitely shorter today for what I am going to work on. And then probably in a little bit, it'll be time for lunch. And then from 12 to 3, the district has some training for the high school ELA teachers that we'll go to for the rest of the day. So one of the things that I was really grateful to do yesterday was really to unpack a lot of what I had on the back counter. And I even hung up or put up my different tapestries that I have around my class. Over in this particular corner of the room, I have my Progress Over Perfection tapestry. And this tapestry is one of my favorites because I 100% agree with this statement. I also have my plants up. I switched out this particular plant. This was originally actually in our master bedroom, but I liked it better here, and the previous plant is now in the master bedroom. Over up here, we have a Travel More banner from the Serengeti brand. I am planning on getting a new calendar that focuses on travel as well, and just gonna get it from Amazon. I am always a fan of my little affirmation mirror. By the way, I have been loving these jumpsuits. This one was on clearance from Target, and it is super cute and super comfy. And this is my little corner with my Never Stop Learning. This is my spin the wheel that I used a lot with students. Whenever an adult would come in, that adult would spin the wheel, and if that adult landed on the number 1, then the class got a prize of some sort. And then of course my teacher corner with just various happy things. So I really was happy with what I was able to do yesterday, as well as doing some dusting and cleaning. Today, like I think I said, it is going to be more of a working on my laptop kind of day. So getting my student information system set up with my grade book, my categories. I am not 100% done in my classroom. Different things I need to do is to do a little bit more labeling in the back. I do need to order from Amazon some certain supplies that I would like to order, and do some planning. There's more cleaning that I need to do around the class, so I might try to do that either tomorrow or even on Friday, because on Friday my husband has the day off, and he has said that he would help me put up certain light covers that I have. If you've been following me for a little bit, you know that I've had these in my classroom, but they're these little cloud things that have little magnets on the inside that go over the fluorescent lights. I don't have them to go over every single light. I might get maybe one more pack, but I'm pretty happy with the number that I have. But Ryan is going to help me put those up on Friday, so I even might have him help me do some cleaning later. We'll see. But anyways, I think I'm actually going to have lunch now and then do some multitasking and do some school safety training as well.
In the U.S., concerns about asbestos-related diseases started to appear in the
It is Friday Eve, and this morning has already been pretty good. Praise Jesus. They provided breakfast for us this morning, so that was very yummy. I have been working on this pre-AP foundational module series, but that's something that I'm going to work on throughout these next few days, because a big priority that I should prioritize should be to set up my Canvas course and to solidify my syllabus. So truly at this point in the game, it's making sure that I'm ready for especially the first day of school, even more so the first week of school. So there are a couple meetings that I'll need to go to today, but definitely needing to work on the computer and work on my Canvas course and my course syllabus. And I'm feeling pretty good about it so far, I will say. It's all just kind of things to do. But again, kind of like what I was saying before, needing to make sure to prioritize what I need to so that I don't like stress myself out. So it's been good to talk to some coworkers this morning and to just kind of be around them just as human beings and not just as teachers working in our classrooms and stuff. So I'm going to do my best to make good use of my time today. Alrighty guys, it is the end of the school day. But I'm not leaving quite yet because there is one more thing that I want to do in the classroom before I head back. Previously, I've just been in meetings and just doing a lot of computer type things, so I didn't really feel like filming too much about that. But I did want to show you this updated visual I wanted to put up. So over here, you see that I have these visuals. The title up here is Rate Your Understanding. But this language doesn't really coincide super well with Florida's state standards and the things that I emphasize in class. I mean, obviously, you know, as you look at it, it looks really nice. I love the look. It has beginner, novice, apprentice. It says master and then expert. And the language is not bad. Like the different descriptors really aren't bad, but on Teachers Pay Teachers, I bought this one visual. I'll link it down below which creator I exactly got it from, but these are basically the same kind of thing that I have behind me, except it actually coincides with how I teach and how the state of Florida tests students. So like one is I do not understand this concept at all. I need to be retaught and I need more practice. It goes from like, let's say you got a 1 on this particular state test. Like that's basically what that means. And then it goes all the way up to a 5, which is I feel like an expert on this topic and I could easily teach it to someone else. So it actually goes from 1 to 5 as far as rating your understanding and kind of rating your level. So I'm going to put up this new visual and I am very excited to finally update this. And just like that, guys, the Thursday is over. It is already past 3:10, so I'm going to head home. It's crazy to think that tomorrow is already Friday. I, praise Jesus, am just very glad with what I was able to get done, and there's still more to do, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. So we'll see how much I'm able to get done tomorrow, even though there's things like staff pictures and more meetings. What's so randomly fun is that our parent teacher student organization tomorrow is sponsoring a softie or something ice cream truck for us to enjoy, and that has kind of been a tradition I feel off and on throughout the years, and that has been super fun and so grateful for just those little things that make pre-planning and preschool a bit sweeter of an experience. Aside from, thankfully, this year having a decent bit of time to work in our classrooms, it's always, and just remember this, guys, especially if you're teachers, to take the time to talk to your coworkers. You're all in this together. You all are working toward the same goals as far as helping your students and helping the school. And it's just been really nice to see teachers returning and to talk to them and to just get to know them more. And I've thankfully been able to do that today. So we'll see what tomorrow holds, and I'll check in with you guys then. Happy Friday, you guys. We have finally made it. It is already 2:41 on this Friday because it was staff picture day, group staff picture day. Had some pretty big meetings, more meetings, and I have been working away here in the classroom, just doing some organizing and different very necessary things like that. Currently, Ryan is putting up my cloud covers. So he is doing a fabulous job over there putting up my cloud covers that help diffuse the light very nicely. But yeah, guys, it has been go, go, go today because first day of school is on Monday. Now for me, I actually I won't be teaching a regular lesson on Monday because on Monday is like this freshman orientation all day activity that I'll be helping with. But by the time the end of Monday rolls around, I'll have my lesson plans. I've already been planning with the other 9th grade ELA teachers about different things that we're going to be doing during at least these first 3 weeks. And then we'll talk through the rest of the weeks of the quarter. After the 3 weeks or at the 3 weeks, we'll keep planning from there. But I have just been needing to organize different things. Like these different folders are different file folders that I have different information for when it comes to organizing the different classes. So like you see here, I have things like my to-do folder for grading or things like that, and then other resources, and then for each class period, I have a certain file folder for papers I need to pass back, and so I have been organizing and throwing away a bunch of different papers, and that has been a process. And behind me, you will see my bookshelf, which is no longer covered with a piece of paper like it was last year. So long story short, we can have our own classroom libraries, but we basically need to create our own checkout system almost, or more like have them categorized in the school's program for checking out books. Our media specialist / librarian scanned in all the books for us a couple years ago, but once we scan them into that system, only the books that are approved can be put in our classroom libraries. So there's a handful that can still stay on these shelves, but there's also a handful that I'll need to remove until they're approved in the system. So it is a step here for us in the state of Florida who just want to teach kids and have choice of books, but also not be crazy with what books we allow them to have. So that is the status of the classroom library. And I think I'm going to have my husband help me to take those books off. So let's try to get all sorts of things done when it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So these are the books that are approved and can be put back onto the bookshelf. That doesn't mean that I need to toss the other books that are on the bookshelf, but it does mean that I need to put them away until they are approved. So we'll work through that. So here are the books that have survived from the purge, but at least we get a classroom library this year, and it is a step. So grateful to have my bookshelf technically set up. And so the last thing that we are going to be doing here is to set up some bulletin boards in the hallway that I'm in charge of, just changing them out a little bit, and then we are going to head home. But I'll check in with you guys back at home and have some concluding reflective thoughts for you. What do you know it, guys? It is Saturday. Yesterday was definitely crazy with trying to get out of the school and just head on home because I really didn't want to come into the school on the weekends. So we really got done what I wanted to, and I'm very grateful for that. And we ended up leaving a little before 5:30 or so. But to wrap up this video, I just wanted to give some potential affirmations for those of you who are teachers. And the idea is that regardless of how you spend your preschool or in-service time, some of the most important things is to just make sure that you're ready for the first day. Yes, there is a lot of planning and co-planning that needs to happen with teachers who teach similar subjects, and there's lots of meetings, but as long as you're organized enough for that first day, and you know, have your student information system set up, you have your Canvas or Google Classroom and grade books and stuff set up, all those kind of priority, yeah, you do need to get these done. As long as you have those done and you're ready for the first day, you're good. Like, you'll make the time for whatever is actually important as the year goes on. But a practice that I think all of us teachers need to remind ourselves of is to just prioritize and make sure that you're getting done what you actually need to get done, and knowing that not everything needs to be perfect for that very first day. I hope you enjoyed this vlog on how my preschool week ended up looking like. Thank you so much for watching. If you are a teacher, I hope and pray that you have a fabulous school year. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more from me, and I will see you guys in my next video.